Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg McLeod. Here's a quick look at some of the stories we're following tonight. A woman killed after the car she was riding in crashed into a tree. It happened in Saginaw County yesterday. St. Charles police were dispatched to Ring Road, where they found a woman dead in the front passenger seat. Police say the man took off from the scene, but he was found shortly after. The Saginaw County Sheriff's Office says that driver was taken to the hospital for injuries from the crash and a blood draw. Under Sheriff Mike Gomez says he walked away from the hospital, but if a warrant is issued for his arrest, the sheriff's office will take him into custody. A Sterling area firefighter is progressing in his recovery after being pinned between a car and a fire truck. The Aranac County Sheriff's Office said on January 11th, firefighter James Hartwick was working a crash scene when he was hit by a car driving too fast for conditions, pinning him. He was taken to a hospital in critical condition. Today, Sterling Area Fire Department Chief Jason Rice said Hartwick is off a ventilator and being taken off sedation. Rice added Hartwick will be prepped for more surgeries soon. Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson is headed to Chicago. According to Adam Schefter, Johnson is leaving Detroit to become the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Johnson led the Lions to be the best scoring offense in the league this season. We'll have more on that hire tonight at 11. Now here's Chris with your first alert forecast.
Mega temperatures tonight are expected to drop below zero. Not just the wind chill, but the actual temperature, and those will be around 0 to 10 degrees below in most cases. And for some of our northwesterly zones, maybe even a little bit colder. As far as our highs go tomorrow, it is another day we expect to be generally below 10 degrees for highs. And our wind chills, of course, are the main focus. Out the door tomorrow morning, expecting most of those to be around 10 to 20 degrees below average. And occasionally, if we get some good gusts along the way, we could see some of those occasionally drop below 20 degrees, below zero. As for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we really do not see much improvement during the daylight hours of tomorrow. And Wednesday morning, we pretty much do the same thing, 10 to 20 degrees below zero on Wednesday as well. As far as your forecast goes, when it comes to high temperatures, as we go throughout this week, we do expect to improve a little bit. Thursday and Friday, we're in the low to mid 20s, and then we're near 30 over the weekend. It looks like even as we get closer to the end of the month, we're actually trending towards the end of January and early February towards a pattern flip to maybe a better chance of above average temperatures. Now, keep in mind, average is only about 29, so that just means a little bit warmer than that, but it's a change from what we've been seeing through most of December and January. The Saginaw Bay ice coverage, we have to keep stressing that there is some open water, but more of it is becoming fast ice, which means we're seeing less gaps in that coverage, and it looks like our thickness is still running about 1 to 5 inches depending on where you go, so still need to use caution. Total coverage on the Great Lakes up to about 12.4%. Compared to last year, we're actually a little bit below, but I think long term here as we go through the next week or so, we should be able to gain ground on what we saw at this time last year. Your first alert, pinpoint Doppler radar, is mostly dry tonight. Occasionally we are seeing a few snow showers move through some of our southern zones, especially did have a few slowdowns earlier this afternoon. Those have since gone away. Sky Tracker shows it's pretty much lake effect at this point, and I think we'll have a chance for a little lake effect tomorrow. The worst of it will be on the west side of the state, but some of our southern zones near I-69 especially will have the best chance for that. Otherwise, I think our northern counties will too, and then pretty spotty, if anything at all, elsewhere. Your 7-day forecast shows temperatures as we go throughout this week are expected to get warmer by the end of it. We'll be near 30 by the end of the week.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.